Did you know that some of the most visited places around the world hold dark and tragic stories? Places that witnessed crimes, catastrophes, and events that forever marked humanity. In this video, we'll explore 10 historical destinations that hide mysteries and tragedies behind their beauty and landscapes. Get ready, because some of these places will surprise you and maybe even give you goosebumps. Let's go. We begin our journey in one of the most macabre places in modern history, Auschwitz-Birkenau in Poland. This concentration camp was the stage for one of the darkest chapters of humanity, the Holocaust. During World War II, more than 1 million people, mostly Jews, were killed here. The gas chambers, the piles of shoes, the train cars, everything in this place is a reminder of the horror that was the attempt at mass extermination. Today, Auschwitz serves as a memorial so that we never forget the atrocities committed there. We continue to Chernobyl, Ukraine, the scene of one of the worst nuclear disasters in history. In 1986, the explosion of a nuclear reactor released a massive amount of radiation, forcing the evacuation of thousands of people and leaving the city of Pripyat completely abandoned. The radiation is still so strong in some areas that it is only possible to visit them for short periods. Chernobyl has become a morbid tourist destination, where visitors can witness the devastating impact of a nuclear disaster. The Tower of London is an icon of British history, but behind its walls hides a bloody past. For centuries, the tower served as a prison, a place of torture and execution for those considered enemies of the Crown. Famous figures like Anne Boleyn and Thomas More met their end here, often brutally. The place is so haunted by its ghosts that it has become a meeting point for ghost hunters, in addition to being one of London's most popular tourist attractions. Pompeii was a vibrant city until the fateful day in 79 AD, when Mount Vesuvius erupted, burying the city under a thick layer of volcanic ash. Thousands of inhabitants died instantly, and their bodies were preserved as casts in the ruins. Today, Pompeii is a window to the past, where we can see the daily life of an ancient Roman city abruptly interrupted by a natural disaster. On August 6, 1945, Hiroshima was devastated by the first atomic bomb used in combat. The explosion destroyed the city and instantly killed more than 70,000 people, with many more dying in the following days and years due to radiation. The Hiroshima Peace Memorial Park is a somber reminder of this tragic event, where the Genbaku Dome stands as a symbol of the horrors of nuclear war and a call for world peace. The Wounded Knee Massacre in 1890 was one of the most tragic episodes in Native American history. United States soldiers attacked a group of Lakota Sioux, resulting in the deaths of over 250 men, women and children. Wounded Knee became a symbol of indigenous resistance and the brutality of the American government against Native peoples. The site is now a place for reflection on the violent and complex history of relations between Native Americans and the United States government. Aokigahara, also known as Suicide Forest, is one of the most tragic places in Japan. Located at the base of Mount Fuji, this forest is known for being the scene of hundreds of suicides over the years. The dense vegetation and the absence of sound make it an isolated and eerie place. Authorities have installed signs and messages throughout the forest in an attempt to discourage those who are thinking about taking their own lives. The Hill of Crosses in Lithuania is a place of religious devotion, but also of political resistance and tragedy. During the Soviet occupation, placing a cross on the hill was an act of defiance against the oppressive regime. Often the crosses were destroyed, but new ones always appeared, representing the Lithuanian people's struggle for freedom. Today, the hill is covered by thousands of crosses, each telling a story of faith, suffering, and perseverance. Alcatraz, the famous prison located on an island in San Francisco Bay, is known for housing some of the most notorious criminals in the United States, including Al Capone. Considered an inescapable prison, Alcatraz was the scene of several escape attempts, some of which ended tragically. The prison was decommissioned in 1963, but the stories of its prisoners and the brutal conditions in which they lived still attract thousands of visitors every year. Lastly, we traveled to Kigali, Rwanda, to visit the Genocide Memorial. In 1994, more than 800,000 people were brutally murdered in one of the fastest and cruelest genocides in history. The memorial in Kigali serves as a place for reflection and learning so that the memory of the victims is not forgotten and so that such atrocities never happen again. The memorial is a symbol of pain, but also of hope in the rebuilding of a country devastated by hate. These 10 historical sites are powerful reminders of humanity's darkest side. They force us to confront the tragedies of the past and reflect on how we can learn from them to build a better future. If you liked this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel for more stories that challenge our understanding of the world. Until next time, and remember, history, however tragic, is a mirror to the present and a lesson for the future.